Hello, my name is Ryan, and I'm starting a new booktube channel called Read It Reviews. And right now I'm going to do a bookshelf tour as my first video, so here we go. This is my bookshelf, starting right there and here, and then I have this huge pile on the side of books that won't fit. So we'll start at the top. This is just my paper that I keep the books I read on for the challenges. And the first book I have is Speak by Laurie Halse Anderson. It's a really good book. Check it out if you haven't. Winter Girls by Laurie Halse Anderson, which is also really good. Go Ask Alice by Anonymous. Tithe by Holly Black. White Cat by Holly Black. Up here is Kissed by an Angel by Elizabeth Chandler. A Great and Terrible Beauty by Libba Bray. Rebel Angels by Libba Bray. And The Sweet Far Thing by Libba Bray. Honey Baby Sweetheart by Deb Coletti. The Goddess Test by Amy Carter. And then we'll do these so we can get them out of the way. These are my classics. This is The Great Gatsby by F. Scott Fitzgerald. The Odyssey by Homer. Emma by Jane Austen. Pride and Prejudice by Jane Austen. Hamlet by William Shakespeare. The Arabian Nights by, there's no author. The Merry Adventures of Robin Hood by Howard Pyle. And The Complete Tales and Poems of Edgar Allan Poe. Oops. My bookshelf is a mess. I need a new one, if you can't tell. Okay. Now, we have Grace Wing by Kristen Cashore. Alice's Adventures in Wonderland and Through the Looking Glass, which probably should be with the classics, but oh well. Suzanne Collins, The Hunger Games. Secret Society by Tom Dolby. Catching Fire by Suzanne Collins. Forgive My Fins by Tara Lynn Childs. Oh My Gods by Tara Lynn Childs. Along for the Ride by Sarah Dessen. Dreamland by Sarah Dessen. Keeping the Moon by Sarah Dessen. Lock and Key by Sarah Dessen, which is my favorite book by her. And The Truth About Forever by Sarah Dessen. And next shelf. First we have the Vampire Academy series. I have up to 4. I've only read the first 2, but they're really good. And we have Wither by Lauren DiStefano. Forget You and Going Too Far by Jennifer Eccles. Oh, and Endless Summer by Jennifer Eccles. Ruin by Simone Alcaraz. Leaving Paradise by Simone Alcaraz. And Return to Paradise by Simone Alcaraz. And then I have Perfect Chemistry, and the other 2 books are supposed to be here. Chain Reaction, and I forgot the other one, sorry. Wondrous Strange by Leslie Livingston. Jessica's Guide to Dating on the Dark Side by Beth Fantaschi, and Jekyll Loves Hyde by Beth Fantaschi. I love this book. It's one of my favorites. When I was first looking on Goodreads, everyone was giving it bad reviews, so I was very shocked. It was really good. And then we have The Near Witch by Victoria Schwab. Okay, The Knife of Never Letting Go by Patrick Ness. Beautiful Creatures by Cami Garcia and Margaret Stoll. Looking for Alaska by John Green. Evernight and Stargazer by Claudia Gray. Gone by Michael Grant. Dead Until Dark by Charlaine Harris, which is first in the Sookie Stackhouse series. Hex Hall by Rachel Hawkins. This is like my collection of bookmarks. It's kind of a mess. North of Beautiful by Justina Chen Headley. The Devouring by Simon Holt. 13 Little Blue Envelopes by Maureen Johnson. The Dust of 100 Dogs by A.S. King, which is another one I would definitely recommend. Sea by Heidi R. Kling. And The Bind-Up of the Chronicles of Narnia by C.S. Lewis. And now for the third shelf. Okay. First book we have here is The Physic Book of Deliverance Dane, which is the last book I read. It's really good. Nightshade by Andrea Kramer. Have not read that yet, but I've had it for like a year. Matched by Ali Kandi. It's a good book. Hush by Aisha Kale. The Flapper's Vixen by Gillian Larkin. Bright Young Things by Anna Godberson. Unearthly by Cynthia Hand, and Imaginary Girls by Nova Rensuma. Okay, behind those we have Zombies vs. Unicorns by, well, it's like a variety of authors. So, Eyes Like Stars by Lisa Manchev. The Eternal Ones by Kristen Miller. Hosts by Stephanie Meyer. Twilight, New Moon, Eclipse, and Breaking Dawn. On top of those we have Dairy Queen by Catherine Gilbert Murdoch and Ruin by Paula Morris. And then Once a Witch by Carolyn McCullough and Red Riding Hood by, I don't know, it doesn't say. And then we have The Ivy by Lauren Coons and Rena Anna. Anna and the French Kiss by Stephanie Perkins. Wings, Spells, and Illusions by April and Pike, one of my favorite series. Thirst, the first bind-up and second bind-up by Christopher Pike. Sisters Red and Sweetly by Jackson Pierce. Confessions of a Teenage Drama Queen by Diane Sheldon. Night World, number 1 by L.J. Smith, and The Vampire Diaries, The Awakening and the Struggle by L.J. Smith, and Sea Change by Amy Friedman. I also keep my 2 Nooks on here. I have the Nook Simple Touch and the Nook Color. Later on, I'll probably do a review on both of them in case there are people wondering which ones to buy. I definitely have a favorite. Okay, and then the last shelf before we move on to the floor stuff. We have Before I Fall and Delirium by Lauren Oliver. I seriously have too much crap on here. This is difficult. Okay, Delirium and Before I Fall by Lauren Oliver. Divergent by Veronica Roth. Impossible by Nancy Werlin. Paranormalcy by Kirsten White and Supernaturally by Kirsten White. Angus Thongs and Full Frontal Snogging by Louise Renison. Prophecy of the Sisters by Michelle Zink, and The Hangman's Daughter by Oliver Porch. Dear John by Nicholas Sparks. One of my favorite books. The Lucky One by Nicholas Sparks. Sorry about that. Hard to see down here. The Last Song by Nicholas Sparks. Shiver and Linger by Maggie Stiefvater. And Lament by Maggie Stiefvater. It's back here. And then my Harry Potter series. I only have 1 through 4 down here right now. Actually, I have 1 through 5. And yeah, and then first bind up in the Sleep series by Kate Tiernan. And then right here is my reference books. There's Vampires, Wicca, 21st Century Wicca, A Witch's Guide to Fairy Folk, Magic of the Celtic Otherworld, Wicca and Witchcraft, and a guide about weather and pictures of storms, an encyclopedia of dogs, and then the mass market paperbacks. There's Elvis and Me by Priscilla Presley, Stephen King, Pet Sematary, Blood and Chocolate by Annette Curtis Claus, The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo by Stieg Larsson, The Devil Wears Prada by Stephen King. The Devil Wears Prada by Lauren Weisberger, and Salem's Lot by Stephen King. My Sister's Keeper by Jodi Picoult, the first 2 Harry Potter books, and Glass Houses, The Morganville Vampires, which is the first book in that series, I guess. And then I have the whole, what's it called? A Song of Ice and Fire collection. I haven't read them yet, but they're supposed to be pretty good. Okay, now moving on to the huge pile on the floor, if I can get to it. There are books all over the floor now because I had to remove so many of them. It looks ridiculous. Okay. First book is Magic by Septimus Heap, Two-Way Street by Lauren Barnholt, The Warrior Hare, Cinda Williams Shima, The Book Thief by Marcus Zuzik, The Nanny Diaries by Emma McLaughlin and Nicola Krauss, The Lovely Bones by Alice Sebold, The Wee Free Men by Terry Pratchett, Where She Went by Gail Forman, Ella Enchanted by, Cirque du Freak by Darren Shan, If I Stay by Gail Forman, 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher, Lost and Found by Jacqueline Sheehan, Chosen Prey by John Sanford, A Northern Light by Jennifer Donnelly, A Model Summer by Paulina Poroskova, Royally Crushed by Nikki Burnham, Memoirs of a Teenage Amnesiac and Elsewhere by Gabrielle Zevin, 13 to Life by Shannon Delaney, James Patterson, Sunday at Tiffany's, Clockwork Angel by Cassandra Clare, Hush Hush by Becca Fitzpatrick, Elixir by Hilary Duff, Evermore by Alison Noel, Beautiful by, I don't know her first name, but read, Tantalized by Cynthia Leitich Smith, 20 Boy Summer by Sarah Ackler, Need by Carrie Jones, The Time Traveler's Wife by Audrey Niffenegger, I Tell You I Love You But Then I'd Have to Kill You by Allie Carter. Is that her name? No, that's not her name. I don't remember, sorry. Dark Visions by L.J. Smith. Privilege, I don't think you can see that, but Privilege by Kate Bryan. Marked and Betrayed by P.C. Cast and Kristen Cast. Firelight by Sophie Jordan. Halo by Alexandra Ardenetto. The Chronicles of Vladimir Todd, number 1 and 2 by Heather Brewer. The 6 Rules of Maybe by Deb Coletti. Someone Like You by Sarah Dessen. Fallen by Lauren Cates. Best Friends Forever by Jennifer Weiner. Judy Blume, Forever. The Dead and Gone by Susan Beth Pepper. Take Me There by Suzanne Calasanti, and This Lullaby by Sarah Dessen. Yeah, so sorry about those. If people would like to see more of them or know more about them, or really any of the books that I've showed, let me know and I can do a review or whatever. So yeah, this is my bookshelf. Request videos. Subscribe, please. Whatever you'd like. Thank you for watching. Bye.